Good times.
All right, so those coaches, huh?
Yeah, there was a lot of coaches. A lot of changes.
Half the NFL basically feels like it.
Yeah. You know,
just about 9 teams, huh? 9 teams.
And how many of these names on their board are spelled correctly? Because the first one is not.
Exactly.
I think Hackett, Smith.
I think
Allen and Smith.
For the Bears, you probably forgot every vowel in the last name of Eberflus.
Hackett, Smith, McDaniels, O'Connell, and Allen. I got like 7.
No, wait.
No,
So,
O'Connell's wrong.
yeah. Yes, it is still wrong. And McDaniels, the D is definitely capitalized.
Come on.
All right, yeah,
You should know that.
You're
just
nitpicking now.
You just came back from Quality Meats. You should know that the D is capital. All right, buddy?
All right.
Peterson is with a D.
Well, you're the only Irish guy here, so.
Yeah.
So I think he got, what did he get right? He got Smith and Allen right.
He got Smith, Allen.
And Hackett. I got Hackett.
He got
you
McDaniels
got
right. I'm going to give him McDaniels.
You're going to give him that?
I will
Oh,
too.
man.
It's McDonald's.
We didn't
not
say
McDaniels.
punctuate or whatever the hell.
Yeah,
we just
anyways.
said spell it right.
To be honest, I think.
Hackett's right.
Hackett's right.
Oh, yeah. that's true.
Congratulations.
All right, so who do we like Peterson?
Yes, I think that's a good hire.
Well, of course you like Peterson. But, I mean, do you actually, what do you think?
I do.
Were you happy when they fired him?
No, I wasn't. Well, we don't know if it was a firing. It might have been a mutual, like, kumbaya, like, out of the Eagles.
Pretty sure it was a firing.
I think Peterson deserves another chance.
Agreed.
I do. I think he just I think that he did something.
Yeah.
Got him the Super Bowl. They won. I think he deserves.
I can tell you 2 reasons why I like it. One, you literally cannot do worse than Urban Meyer, right there.
That's true.
Yes.
That's
100%
number one.
true.
Number 2, like he has a good track record as well. Like there's optimism there. Is like on top of having Trevor Lawrence, which is going to be better year 2. You have good offensive weapon pieces. Like it's not
Everybody's
bad.
young.
Yeah,
Everybody's
it's
young.
not
And I will
bad.
say, he should not, for as much as like I've disliked the Eagles, in the past, to have won a Super Bowl so recently and then be out of the league as a head coach is kind of unfair. I think he does deserve another chance. He inherits a Jags team that's young, kind of like the Eagles were when he inherited them, and then led them to a Super Bowl. So maybe there's something there.
And he's already doing better. Like the PR for
He hasn't
Peterson.
kicked a player. So,
So you think you think they were better off hiring him or Flores?
Here we go. That's an interesting point. Let's bring
Hey,
it to
just
the
say
next
yes
one.
or no. Listen, all of these we should just go, like yes or no, real quick.
let's talk about the racist Giants.
Yeah, let's talk about the racist Giants. So
Speaking of the
Dable.
Giants, yeah, Dable.
So what do we think about the Dable hire? I think you were going to say you don't like it.
Well, no, I don't not like it. No, it's a good. Well, I don't like it because it's a good hire. I don't like anything the Giants are doing right now.
Yeah,
For the opposite of why you like it.
I like Dable's as a possible coach. I always get worried about this is his first time being a head coach.
I think you got to worry about that. Whatever.
Yeah, you worry about that anytime.
Yep.
And I always worry about an offensive or defensive coordinator stepping into that head coaching role.
Well, that's mostly what
Everybody does.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is it always worries me. I always like a second time,
Oh, you like retreads. I don't like retreads.
I do only because I feel like you learn so much the first time that you're a head coach. So, like to me, Peterson, he already knows what he did wrong the first time.
Yeah,
right.
So he steps.
Well, I mean,
into
you
it.
can only get there by doing it the first time.
That's
too.
right. That's right. But
So-
I hate being like
You hate the experience of the first
being
time.
the team. Yeah. That being said, I think Dable's is a good hire.
Yeah, I find it, and the Bears are in the same situation. I don't like when you have, you have one of your teams, either offense or defense, that is young and impressionable, and then you hire the opposite. So I think the Giants' offense could have probably used like a great offensive-minded coach, and then they bring in defensive-minded Dable, just like Chicago did. With
You have it
Eberflus.
opposite.
backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, Dable was
the
the
offensive coordinator. Yeah. So that's
Oh,
why
I
I
thought
like
Dable
it.
was defensive. I do have it opposite. All right,
That's
so the
why-
Bears.
that's
This
why I
stands true
like
for the
it.
Bears, though.
Okay.
Because for the Bears,
There we go.
Eberflus, they brought in the defensive-minded.
You're right, because I thought that.
We're making a really good point, though.
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah,
Yes.
more
I
than
was.
Bears.
You had conviction.
I want.
No,
that
it's a
just
shit-
proves how much I give a shit about the Giants.
It's a shit show with the Bears because that's the first thing I thought. I
That's
was
what I
like,
like
why
to
are
hear.
they?
There you go.
Why
Yeah.
are they bringing in a defensive coordinator when they just, traded up to get Justin Fields?
Yes.
They've got good pieces there on offense. What are they doing? They needed to
Can I
bring
say
somebody-
something about that? I heard, actually, on part of my take, they interviewed Brandon Marshall last week.
Oh, cool.
And they asked him about the Giants, and he asked him about the Bears. What he said is that some of these teams that have been around for a long time that are family owned, they're still kind of stuck in like
ways.
from decades ago, doing things that they're like a mom and pop operation.
I feel like that's
opposed
an
to-
easy take, though.
Well, I mean, he played for them, so
Because, I mean, yeah, but Mara and McCluskey, they've been around forever.
yeah, he was
right?
saying the same thing about them too.
Yeah. Well, that's
I think-
I mean, that's
Yeah,
the
he's saying they,
200.
I
always
tell you
promote
what-
from within.
I tell you what the Bears could do, though. The Bears need to find a young, hotshot QB whisperer to bring in and help. And
Like Matt Nagy, maybe.
You're an asshole.
not Matt Nagy, but now hear me out. Urban Myers.
Oh my fuck.
Urban Myers.
With an S on that
Yeah.
thing.
He brought Justin Fields to Ohio State.
There you go.
He
You know,
knows
I like-
how to
I
develop.
like that.
He
I like
knows
that.
how to develop a quarterback.
That's right.
If he gives him a kick in the ass every now and again, Justin Fields needs it.
It's not a bad call.
I think this is good for the Bears. I'm
That's
just
a
saying.
terrible call.
Meyer in the city.
Meyer in the city.
I like it.
I can already picture me editing this little.
All right, Nathaniel Hackett. What do we think there?
You know, I actually kind of like this one because it's an offensive guy that we were kind of just talking about with the Giants, and it's from the Packers. The Packers seem to be a successful organization. The Broncos, you know, they have a lot of pieces on the offense. I think they're worse hires.
Well, I think there's a great hire if you go get Aaron Rodgers.
That's it.
too.
Well, I just
Yeah,
read that
that's
they might re-up Teddy Bridgewater for 2 more years.
That sounds awful.
It
All
does
right.
sound awful.
Yeah,
I don't see how Hackett comes in and then does that. I
not
think they
good,
brought
yeah.
Hackett for a reason because they want to draw.
I think
Aaron
they
over.
hope
They
draw
hope
Rodgers
because
over.
I heard not to get on a whole Rodgers thing, but
Let's not.
Yeah, I don't want to. But they said that the Packers are probably gonna. Well, they're saying the Packers are probably gonna keep Rodgers, but there's a big speculation on the other part of it. So we'll see. The Broncos are hoping the other thing, like you're saying.
True. All right, so let's move to the the
wait.
best. Oh yeah, all right.
Can
go
I
ahead.
say one thing,
No,
though?
you can say 2 things.
If the Broncos are going to re-up Bridgewater, I think that's the stupidest move they
That's
can
dumb.
do. I would rather. It's uninspired. I
Are
would
you
rather.
saying that because he's a black quarterback?
No, I'm
Are you
saying
saying
that
it because it's a lack
he's-
of a black coach?
No, I'm saying that because he's an average quarterback. We know what we're going to get. I'd rather them roll the dice with Locke.
Yeah, you don't need a
I
mean,
like Dice.
Yeah, I mean, there's upside.
fuzzy dice.
There's upside. I know what I mean. Bridgewater,
Yeah.
he's not a bad quarterback.
You don't want
but
a
he's
bridge
not great.
quarterback, no pun intended, with his last
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
just
has
think
the
that would be
perfect name.
ridiculous.
Here's the perfect name for what his role is, right?
There we go.
All right, so the best coach in Bears history, Lovie Smith, goes to the Texans. What do we think?
I think this is probably the best hire out of all the coaches on
Really?
this board. I do like this.
Strongly disagree.
Don't
with
say
that.
it for a stupid reason,
It's a
please.
defensive coach.
He is a defensive mastermind. So the Super Bowl that Lovey led them to, it was a defensive team.
Yeah, but
Defense wins
they had
championships, and defense
studs,
got
though.
them. They did.
You don't got horses over there for him, and you know what's
But you
going
know
to
what?
happen?
Texans are young on defense, though, man. I think if he molds them, if they give him like a legitimate 3-year window, right?
That's
so,
not gonna happen.
So not like the Brian Flores 3-year window. If they give him like a legitimate 3-year window, he may.
This guy's getting canceled.
No, he may. I think he can do good things out there. Because let's face it, man, the Texans were kind of surprising this year with Davis Mills at the helm, right?
Yeah.
You thought
They won 4 games.
I think it was 5. I think we ended up saying it was 5 overall, right? That
I
they
got
won?
you.
I thought it was
Still,
4.
I mean, that's a team that they were looking at not winning at all. You know, and it's a very young team everywhere. They traded their best receiver for a shit running back.
4
right?
and 13.
All right. So they traded
that's twice you were
They
wrong,
traded
too.
away D-Hop for a shit running back, right?
These are all
They bring in
negatives.
Brandon Cook. That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have a lot to work with.
Well, they still don't.
They still
No,
don't.
they've got a
but
bright
you at
future.
least bring a dude in that knows what he's doing on defense. That if they draft the right pieces,
Maybe you can get a
and
bag
with
of
the
chips
money,
for Watson.
Here-
with
here's-
the money
here's-
and with Watson looming, if you bring in the right pieces, he might put together a half decent team
Listen,
out there.
Here's what I think. Oh,
I
yeah.
think they have found their quarterback too.
I do. I think so too.
Yeah, listen to the stats. Davis Mills, one of the bigger surprises. These were his stats: 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 66.8% completion rate. He had the second best campaign behind Mac Jones of any rookie quarterback. And the last, he threw 9 touchdowns compared to 2 interceptions through the final 5 games, including 3 victories.
Nice.
I think they've got something there.
And longest neck.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback off that? You think
Yeah.
Davis Mills is like kicking himself in the ass for not waiting to be drafted this year, probably being a top 10 pick, best quarterback out of his class?
Yeah, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say about
That's
the
a good
Lovie
thought.
Smith thing. I think the way the NFL is going, I think you got to go offensive. I mean, hiring a defensive coach, I don't think it does anything. Go get a good defensive coordinator, get an offensive coach as your head coach. You're not going to win with defense like you used to. I don't think that's true. I think if you get in a game, most of these teams that win, they have
It's
good
comebacks.
offense.
Yeah.
Defense gets hot going into the playoffs. I mean, you just need a guy to get pressure, good guys on the corners. But
Dang, that's a
Like,
crazy take. Defense
that-
doesn't win championships anymore.
do you guys think it does?
I don't know.
I mean,
I have
think,
to look.
I
at
think
the
we'll
last-
wait till I get to our picks for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
We can
that's a good
discuss
point.
that.
Yeah, I like the Lovie Smith hire. I mean, I think when you have a young team like this and one that has almost no expectations, like this is kind of a good time for Lovie Smith in general. Like,
Yeah, maybe,
what he's
yeah.
looking at. I don't hate it either.
Like, are you excited about Eberflus, or would you be much more happy with a guy that you think could elevate Fields?
No, I absolutely I hated the Eberflus.
I think that's my least favorite.
But you hate him more than Nagy, or do you have
no,
change?
Obviously, I'm going to welcome any change, as I've stated. I'll welcome any change. But what I do like is that they're not just bringing in Eberflus and keeping the entire coaching staff. Like, they have legit hired like 6 or 7 people fully in the administrative roles on this team. So they just brought in, oh God, I can't remember, but they just did bring in a quarterback coach to help with Fields, and I'm hoping it works out. I'm hoping Eberflus's idea of bringing in these new guys, these fresh faces, if it works out,
listen, it
can't be worse than the Nagy pace era.
Yeah, Nagy never adapted his system to Justin Fields, and I
Nope.
don't understand that. I don't know why you bring in that type of quarterback
and
then
have
try to
Andy,
force him into
and have Andy Dalton as your goddamn backup.
yeah,
like
it's
stupid.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, I think that was management and the coach not agreeing. I don't think he wanted to draft Fields.
Yeah.
He told Dalton he'd be the starter before the draft. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they maybe
all right, we got to get through these last 4 quick because we really
Yeah, yeah.
belaboring this. So
You're right.
Josh McDaniels
Good hire.
I like it.
went to the Raiders, not the Ravens, Rocky.
But I did spell the Ravens right.
You did spell the Ravens
Yeah,
right.
it's something.
So, I mean, I guess we could talk about Josh McDaniels a little bit because that's noteworthy.
It's McDaniels, not McDonald's.
That was this one surprised me the most. This hire.
Yeah.
That surprised you?
I didn't know if he was going to commit to it, and 2, like
I guess
I didn't
that's-
hear any buzz about it before it happened.
That's
so
true.
Yeah.
It surprised me.
Josh McDaniels, when he backtracked the last time he was hired as head coach and went back to New England, was it the Raiders?
It was the Colts.
Or
It was the Colts.
Oh, it was the Colts. All right.
Yeah, and then they took Frank Reich from the Eagles, and then the downfall happened. But I digress.
I mean, on paper, it looks like he's going to do well, right?
Yeah.
He's been a pretty good offensive coordinator for many years.
He's had 10 years from his last, and he's a retread, what you like.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they kept the interim guy. I don't know. I think that's for the culture, for them winning
Yeah.
as many games as they did. I didn't think that they needed
And
this,
making the
but-
playoffs.
Well, and the team
Yeah.
seemed to really want
yeah.
the interim coach.
And then McDaniels is kind
Yeah.
of squirmy too, and he comes in. It's like, do you really know how long you're there for? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But as an offensive minded guy, he's again inheriting
McDaniels.
a relatively young offense led by Carr, who was and I know you took a lot of shit on social media for this, but if you look at Carr's stats, man, Carr is a fantastic
No, listen.
quarterback. He is a guy that you definitely want to lead a young offense like this, and maybe under the tutelage of McDaniels.
There's nothing wrong with Carr.
building off of a playoff season. This might be magic. Man.
I think Carr is a top 10 to 7 I think that's his ceiling. I think he can be a top 7 quarterback. I think the Raiders are going to end up drafting a decent wide receiver, and they're going to be right back in.
And they're going to bring somebody in too, because you can legitimately say that he had shit to work with, right? People are going to argue on the thread Darren Waller. Darren Waller was out, I believe, like almost half the season for crying out loud, including going into the playoffs.
If you draft a good rookie wide receiver and you bring Juju, that Raiders offense looks fantastic.
And he is hitting free agency.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have your 3 to 4 yard guy.
Yeah.
There.
All right, so
Next one up.
Kevin O'Connell with the Vikings.
Well, I think we skipped the other McDaniels.
Oh yeah, Mike
I was
McDaniels.
gonna jump back to him last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My bad.
You know what?
Let's do O'Connell.
no, you finished.
No, I didn't know where you were going,
No,
man.
no,
I
you
thought
go
maybe
ahead,
you
man.
just O'Connell with the
And
Vikings.
if I did, now I'm trying to cut time. But hey, now we're doing them. So O'Connell, I don't know much about O'Connell. I don't know about you guys. So I mean, it's really I don't really want
you
to talk
said you
about
thought he was a good.
Who, Kevin?
Yeah,
What's
Zach,
his
you said you thought he was a decent hire.
name? Did I?
I think we're all just talking out of our ass. Nobody knows who
I
Kevin
think
O'Connell
by
is.
default,
We'll see what happens.
you're the newest guy on the panel, and if we don't know what to talk about, we kick it to you.
I threw you under the bus.
I'm looking up where he coached before
Start
this.
that. Just keep talking, man. Yeah.
I have no idea where Kevin O'Connell coached football before he got hired by the Vikings.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I got it.
Well, let's see who gets to it first, because you're both doing the same goddamn thing.
Let's stop looking at our phones, man.
He's on a computer.
Start looking at our screens, man. Offensive coordinator for the Rams.
Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, that's a good. That is a good hire. I don't know if maybe our librarians.
I'm just saying we don't know. I mean, it's like, all right, yeah. Yep, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I got nothing on that dude. And then the defensive coordinator for the Saints got promoted.
Dennis Allen, yeah, that was surprising.
He's another guy who has head coaching experience, right?
Yeah, I think the thought process
Head
has
coaching?
to be.
I don't think so, right? He's not been a head
I have
coach
no
before.
idea. I was just going along with him.
I thought, while you guys discuss this, I'll look
I
it up.
think it was the defense was really good last year.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want too much of a shakeup. They've been so stable
Yeah,
for all this time.
That's what I thought too.
Probably makes sense. You got that group of players still there.
Yeah.
They're probably just giving them a shot. I wouldn't be surprised if they hire somebody new in 2 years if it doesn't turn out.
Oh, I
well.
think they're going to have
Yeah.
to, because you're looking at turning over. The quarterback role hasn't been defined since Breeze left. Michael Thomas is definitely going to leave town. Camaro, with the trouble that he's in now, he's a huge question mark for next year. This offense that wasn't
What
looking
even
very
is it?
promising is even less promising now. So
the era of Ian Book. I
This
liked
dude is,
Jameis last year before he got hurt. I mean, they were playing well.
Yeah, I did too. But I
think that was the story
Allen's
for
a
the Saints.
stopgap. I think he's just a stopgap. I think they're saying, hey, look, our defense is still here. The ship with Kamara now, we don't know what's going on. Take our defense, keep our defense in line. Let's keep running with this until we're able to get a good offense in here, and then we'll see what happens. We'll reevaluate your situation 2 years from now.
Yeah, I 100% agree with both you guys. I think that's exactly what they're doing, and that's what I feel bad for Saints fans, man. What happened to them? Drew Brees, they better be writing
They're used
thank
to
you
this,
letters
though.
and SOS cards to Drew Brees.
Before that
Because, man,
2008 season, before the Katrina season, the Saints were used to this, right? And then
Yeah.
they had that magical season where they were beat by the Bears in the playoffs, and that's the year the Chicago went on to the Super Bowl. Go Bears!
Nobody asked you about that.
Well, I have to. I mean, there's not too many plugs I can have for the Bears. And the Saints were used.
He
to
was
this.
a head coach of the Oakland Raiders from 2012 to 2014.
Some of their best years.
O'Connell was. Yeah.
No, Jared Allen.
Oh, Allen.
Yeah. So
Dennis
Not
Allen?
Jared.
Jared Allen.
Dennis Allen.
Dang, he coached
Dennis
the Raiders and also plays in the NBA.
yeah.